And this is also interesting, very, very fascinating. It's been 48 hours since the centre implemented the rules of the CAA. So far, from the opposition, you've heard the very often repeated refrains. Discriminatory hai. This is against the minorities of the country. This is arbitrary. This is polarizing. This has been done with an eye on elections. You've heard this all. Now, today, interestingly, what happened is that a fresh narrative, completely fresh narrative, is peddled by the Delhi Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal. Now, what does he say? He says that the BJP government at the centre has opened the floodgates because now you will have a large number of migrants from Pakistan, from Bangladesh, who are all going to come to India. Not just this, he is also urging people to vote against the BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. And he says that the CAA is just another BJP bid to strengthen its vote bank in states where it has less chances of winning. He's alluding to, the benefits that the BJP might be wanting to incur, especially in the state of Bengal, Assam, and a lot of other states. Now, he calls the citizenship law dangerous. The Aam Aadmi Party convener repeatedly harps on a Pakistani angle in his speech. Yes, you've heard that right. He's talking of a Pakistan angle. He's trying to drive home the point that Indians' rights will be taken away to provide for those being brought in from Pakistan and Bangladesh. And ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't stop here. He also says, बहुत सारे rights हो जाएंगे, rape होंगे, अगर ये law हम implement होने देंगे.
ये सीए आखिर है क्या? बीजेपी की केंद्र सरकार का कहना है कि 3 देश, बांग्लादेश, पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान, इन 3 देशों के अल्पसंख्यक जो हैं वो अगर भारत की नागरिकता लेना चाहें तो उन्हें भारत की नागरिकता दे दी जाएगी. हमारे बच्चों को रोजगार दिए नहीं जा रहे, पाकिस्तान से लोगों को लाके उनके बच्चों को रोजगार देना चाहते हैं. हमारे लोगों के पास तो घर नहीं है, भारत के तो ढेरों लोग बेघर हैं, लेकिन बीजेपी वाले पाकिस्तान से लोगों को लाके उन्हें भारत में बसाना चाहते हैं, उनको घर देना चाहते हैं. हमारे रोजगार उनके बच्चों को देना चाहते हैं, हमारे हक के घर उनमें पाकिस्तानियों को बसाना चाहते हैं. भारत सरकार का जो सरकारी पैसा हमारे परिवार और देश के विकास पे खर्च होना चाहिए, वो पैसा पाकिस्तानियों को भारत में बसाने पे खर्च किया जाएगा. कि ये पूरा का पूरा खेल वोट बैंक बनाने की गंदी राजनीति है. इन तीनों देशों से 1.5-2 करोड़ लोगों को अगर भारत ले आया गया और उनको चुन चुन के इस तरह से देश के अलग अलग भागों में बसाया गया, जिससे जहां जहां बीजेपी के वोट कम हैं वहां झुग्गियां डाल के अगर इन लोगों को वहां बसाया गया तो वहां बीजेपी का एक पक्का वोट बैंक तैयार हो जाएगा, बीजेपी के वोट बढ़ जाएंगे. ये क्या बदतमीजी है कि बांग्लादेश के, पाकिस्तान के और अफगान.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
So are these even fair concerns that are being raised by leaders like Arvind Kejriwal and the opposition, or this is plain simple fear-mongering? Remember, again, a very, very sensitive issue, and that is the reason why I'm requesting all our panelists, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, who continues to stay with us, along with Kamruzaman Chaudhary, political analyst, also who is with us. He leans towards the Congress, and Piyush Joshi, political analyst, leans towards the AAP, to be very, very mindful of, what we say, because already there is so much of disinformation about the entire issue. Yuvraj, you're also a columnist. You're joining us here in our studios. So before we get into politicians, Yuvraj, what was your first response when you heard Arvind Kejriwal? Because when I heard it, I said, no, this cannot be true. Is this Arvind Kejriwal making such kind of a comment, getting Pakistan and saying कि पाकिस्तान से लोग आ जाएंगे, आपका सब कुछ लुट जाएगा?
Good evening, Dipti. First of all, Mr. Kejriwal possesses a very uncanny yet eerie characteristics. See, I remember him not much ago. He was endorsing the rights of Rohingya Muslims, and so much so that he wanted to issue them documents like the Aadhaar card, the voter card, the PAN card, and he even endorsed for them to be shifted to the EWS homes, that is from Jhuggi to Pakka Makan. Yes, he has been trying to nurture the Muslim votes, and secondly, he has been sheltering criminals to the likes of Tahir Hussain, Aman Abdullah Khan. So what is now changed? I think it's just that the basic draft endorses a fast track of citizenship for every minority in the Islamic neighborhood except for the Muslim, and that is where it pinched him, because he is batting for the Muslim vote bank, and that is as simple as it can get.
But you know, I think you're still being very charitable, Yuvraj, to him for the kind of comments that he has made. And I think Sanju will not mince her words. But Piyush, why don't you tell us what really is the method behind this madness? You know, एक होता है कि आप लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाते हैं. But I mean, this is a fake news factory. Why is Arvind Kejriwal, you know, towing this particular line? Look at what he says. He says rape and riots बढ़ जाएंगे. He's saying flood of Pakistanis hoga. He's drawing this weird rape analogy. I mean, for God's sake, Piyush.
When there is a competition, well, you know, there's something else about rape. But what actually Mr. Arvind Kejriwal said, let's get to that. Let's get to the bottom of that. Whosoever is seeking the citizenship of India is certainly not a citizen of India right now, and these are the three countries whose minorities will be given preference according to CA. Which are these three countries? Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan. So he's right as far as that is concerned. So the citizens of which countries are going to apply for citizenship under the CA? Pakistani नहीं apply करेंगे, Bangladeshi apply नहीं करेंगे, Afghani लोग apply नहीं करेंगे under CA. So I don't think he is wrong at that, but you know, law and order is the issue of the governments all across the country.
But this is provocation, no? Piyush, this is provocation.
Now,
I mean,
look,
he is a sitting chief minister.
Absolutely. What he's saying, that there is going to be a competition for the resources. We are already living in a country where the resources are scarce, where there's a huge.
So lack of resources equal to a rape analogy, Piyush. Piyush, are you justifying this? Are you justifying a comment like this at all?
I'm first and foremost, I'm just trying to understand what he says, and I'm trying to put my point forth. You know, I'm just trying to portray my own understanding to the larger audience. That is
Sanju.
all. So I'm trying that there's a competition of the resources which he is indicating upon.
No, Sanju is responding to you.
Thank you. Okay. Now that Mr. Joshi is done speaking, you know, when I heard Arvind Kejriwal today, I was appalled. This is a man who claims he was the income tax commissioner. This is a man who claims that he's an IIT product. He says कि CAA लागू होने के बाद 3 करोड़ लोग भारत में घुसपैठिया बनकर आ जाएंगे. इन 3 करोड़ लोगों का हम क्या करेंगे? So let me tell you, Mr. Kejriwal, very quickly, Deepti. Point number 1, the cut-off date is 31st December 2014. मतलब जो 31 दिसंबर 2014 से पहले भारत में आए थे, सिर्फ उन्हीं को citizenship fast track करके दिया जाएगा. Point number 1. Point number 2, I have tweeted about this. And you know what is the number of people who will actually get citizenship? Because what is the number of people who actually entered India prior to 31st December 2014 on valid documents? I have the exact number. This was the number discussed, you know, in 2016 when the parliament discussed this issue. The exact number is 31,313 people. 31313 people, out of which 25,447 are Hindus, 5,807 are Sikhs, 55 are Christians, and 2 each are Buddhists and Jains. तो आप ये कहना चाहते हैं मिस्टर केजरीवाल कि 31 या 32 हजार शरणार्थी यदि भारत में आ गए तो आपकी दिल्ली की अर्थव्यवस्था डावाडोल हो जाएगी. एंड यू आर द सेम पर्सन हु इज रिपीटेडली फाइटिंग ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ अमानुल्लाह खान, whose anticipatory bail was denied, and now his bail also has been denied because the Delhi.
No, I Sanju, have a basic problem with the kind of analogy he's used. You know, you can agree to disagree, Piyush. No problem. You're in the opposition. It's only expected that you will not agree, perhaps, you know, but then put out the right facts in public domain. I mean, why should you make a provocative statement like this if the idea is not to provoke people, to spread canards? And, you know, Kamru, there is another very interesting thing that we heard from the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Firstly, tell me, do you agree with what Arvind Kejriwal has said? Yes or no, Kamru?
Yeah, basically who all people are here debating tonight and your viewers, may I just advise you, before discussing entire CA, the refugee problem, the influx of illegal migrants into India, go to the Assam agitation of the 80s, go through the 1985 Assam Accord, you will get the solution of the problem. The problem is not about 31,313 refugees. If Adnan Sami can get a citizenship of India by naturalization, then these 31,313 people will also be provided with citizenship. I am for providing citizenship to whoever comes to India and ask for asylum, ask for citizenship of our country. क्योंकि हमारा देश वासुदेव कुटुंबकम है. Now coming to the point out here, 20 lakh people have failed the citizenship test in Assam, out of which Hindus form the majority of those who have failed.
Sanju, let him complete. You will be allowed to counter. Let him complete.
Now
please.
what happens with the CA is that
No, but Kamru, see, I'm not getting into technicalities for what of time. We've had this debate umpteen number of times. I asked you that as an ally of the Aam Aadmi Party, do you agree with the rape analogy of Arvind Kejriwal?
Then there is no use of this debate.
No, there is, Kamru. From where you are sitting, because you are a neta, you find no use of it. But from where I am sitting, as a citizen of the country, I have every right to ask my, politicians, ask our chief ministers and political representatives whether they can get away by making such loose comments, Kamru.
May I come in now, please?
Sanju, I will. Kamru, do you agree with the rape analogy of Arvind Kejriwal?
This is not a loose comment. This is not a loose comment.
It's not a loose comment, so you back him.
The BJP
Can I justify it?
allowing a monologue to the other side.
No, wait, Sanju, I'm moderating the debate. You have to listen to the other point, please.
I'm not
Can I justify?
gibberish from the other side.
Give him 10 seconds. Give him 10 seconds, Sanju. You will counter him.
Let me justify Arvind Kejriwal. This debate is a sham.
Listen to
This debate is a sham because you agree with what Arvind Kejriwal has said, Kamru. Sanju.
I want to come here now. Do you remember last year?
Agree to
Now,
Now,
I heard this man-
Sanju only now. Kamru, please, let's listen to Sanju now.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Sanju.
Are you prepared?
Do you remember Deepti? There was a man called Premoday Khaka. He was working in the, Women and Child Development Department of Arvind Kejriwal. He was hired
Yes,
by
yes.
Kailash Gehlot, Arvind Kejriwal's confidant, and Premoday Khaka was protected, shielded by Arvind Kejriwal for 3 years. He kept raping his best friend's minor daughter. Thanks to Delhi police, Premoday Khaka is today languishing.
But Sanju, the debate has a wider canvas. Sanju, the debate has a wider canvas. I was just alluding to an interesting point that Amit Shah made. Amit Shah said, जो भी राम मंदिर के विरोध में है, वो CA के विरोध में है. Sanju.
Deepti, सुन लो, please. Deepti, you interrupt me every time I'm making.
Sanju, let's take a wider canvas, please. Sanju. जो राम मंदिर के विरोध में है, वही CA के विरोध में है.
I am about to make my point, Deepti. Do not
Quickly.
please, for God's sake. Yes, I'm going to talk. Please don't heckle Deepti. Thank you. My limited point is this. इसी अरविंद केजरीवाल को जुलाई 2023 में 2 जज बेंच ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट जस्टिस संजय कौल एंड जस्टिस सुधांशु धूलिया ने कहा था, आपके पास 1000 करोड़ है एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स पर खर्चा करने के लिए, बट आपके पास 400 करोड़ RRTS प्रोजेक्ट के लिए नहीं है.
ठीक है.
और यही अरविंद केजरीवाल आज कहते हैं कि 31,000 शरणार्थियों को हम कैसे खिलाएंगे पिलाएंगे. I want to tell you, Mr. Kejriwal, the refugees who stay in Majnu Ka Tila and who came to India from Pakistan have been staying there since 2011. मतलब इनको तो वैसे भी 11 साल के बाद by way of naturalization citizenship मिल जाती, because the requirement to get citizenship via naturalization is only 11 years.
Okay.
12 साल से मजनू का टीला.
Sanju, let him respond. It's time for us to close the debate, but Piyush, respond to that.
My previous panelist Yuvraj ji also said that Kejriwal ji has been advocating for the rights of Rohingya, and it was Kejriwal ji who provided the Pakka Makan under the EWS scheme. It was on the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court that the basic amenities have been provided. And it was Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri who tweeted that we provided them Pakka housing. So, this kind of narrative building is the BJP's domain, is the BJP's strong fort. They want to portray everyone else in the opposition as anti-Hindu, and they are the only champions of the rights of
You know,
this is the narrative it is going to be
Piyush,
fought
what
upon.
you've done,
I didn't
you've made
interrupt,
it
sir.
very clear
So
it's a
I'm
difficult
just
choice for
rebutting
you.
to what you said.
More
I'm just
so,
rebutting to what you
Yuvraj,
said.
with the BJP now saying कि जो भी राम विरोधी थे, जो राम मंदिर के विरोधी है, वही CA विरोधी है.
Precisely.
Apologies because of word of time, Yuvraj. I can't come to you. But Sanju and all gentlemen, I thank you yet again for this interesting conversation. We'll keep our eyes focused on that. Thank you for watching. Good night.